Hello, it is Friday, April 14th, 2023. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Friday crossword today, so this means our first of two themeless puzzles for the week. No theme, just clues, although maybe some misdirection we'll have to see. And this potentially misdirecting edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Josh Lucas, Bradley Pirtle, Alex, and, as always, the invaluable Timothy Mark, and the indomitable Shoalmaster. So thank you so much to the 5 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do keep this channel going. Thank you so much if you are a patron yourself. And thank you to those 5, those benefactors. If you'd like to become a benefactor and get the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the link in the description field underneath the video. And if you'd like to become a patron at any level and get access to all of the bonus videos that have gone up on the channel to date, as well as the new ones that go up each week, you can, of course, find that at the same place. And thank you again if you have done so. If you are a patron, I really do appreciate it. And you can also subscribe to the Daily Solve Discord server. Well, join it, I suppose, and that's free, and it's a nice, friendly chat community. And you can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you've not gotten around to that. Please do so. If you've been enjoying these videos, it's a helpful thing to do. All right, so having said all that, let's get on to today's video. This is a collaboration between Billy Bratton, whose debut puzzle no, I think I have that wrong. I think it's Clay Haddock's debut, but Billy Bratton has constructed around half a dozen puzzles for the New York Times. Pretty sure that's the case. Apologies if I've gotten that backwards. In any case, the puzzle was edited, as always, by Will Shorts, and there will be no theme today, of course, so let's start solving. Fool. An adult, maybe? I don't know. Probably need some crosses, because I suspect there's more than one answer to that. Dungeons & Dragons, e.g. in brief, probably an RPG, a role-playing game, I would think. And charge is to run at somebody, maybe? You charge them? Let's check the crosses on that. Grammy category won twice each by Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and Johnny Cash. Okay, well, it's not best unless run at is wrong, which it might be. What about this? Its top score... Oh, sorry about that. Its top score is 1520. I suspect... I'm just guessing based on the number of letters in this P here that it's the PSAT, I think, is it the preliminary SAT or something like that? Someone told me recently in a comment it wasn't the practice SAT, standardized test. Blank economy, the gig economy, as a phrase often used to describe sort of short-term, zero-hour contract work. So what is this? Oh, maybe this is run at, because this could be music or musician of some sort. Not sure, though, still. Finish the dirty work. Oh, mop up. All right, this is looking good. Took for a ride. You conned somebody. You took them for a ride. You swindled them. And when things are going well. This is the case when things are going well. This is the case on a good day. There we go. All right. Stereotypical millennial breakfast item, avocado toast. Supposedly the reason housing has become so unaffordable. Ta-da is... Ta-da. Here, I did it... I don't know. Goes on to say, she adds this, she goes on to say it. Fast food option for a reduced price. Not sure. What about this kind of bean? A soya bean? Maybe? Abigail, who wrote Remember the Ladies to her husband in 1776. This must have been Abigail Adams, the wife of one of the framers, John Adams. I think I've encountered this before. Presumably this means with respect to kind of establishments of rights, but I would have to double check. Fast food option for reduced price. Oh, I see. A meal in a general sense. The fast food meal, ends up being less expensive than buying each individual component separately. Oh, so music video, Grammy category. So it must be best music video, I guess. I don't know exactly how those categories are officially named. Ta-da. Did it. And then cop show co-starring LL Cool J informally, must be NCIS LA. I think we've encountered NCIS in the crossword before, but I don't remember if it was the LA variety. Little annoyance could be a gnat, insect. One with crosswords. Crosswords. Someone angry, I'm not sure. Rep. Could be cred, reputation, credit. Credibility, I guess, is more accurate. One with crosswords. All right. I'm not sure. Crosswords. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's getting at. I'm sorry. It could be just someone who's angry. It could be someone with words about a cross in the sense of a crucifix. I don't know. Texted eyes, maybe. Texted eyes, maybe. A colon, right, as in a emoticon, pre-emoji way of representing face in texting. Go for it. You something, maybe? One with crosswords. I don't know why I can't see what this is. American blank. American ale? American elk? I don't know. Some branded coolers. All right, so that'll be presumably a brand name is what this means, and then this will probably end with an S. Treads lightly. Pads, maybe? You pad along, you tread lightly? Maybe. I don't know. Might not be right. Let's go back up to the beginning of the puzzle. We sort of skipped much of this. So side aside. Alas, maybe? I think this might mean aside in a dramatic sense. So on stage, for instance, an aside to the audience. Maybe you say alas or ah me or oh me or I don't know. It wouldn't just be sigh because that's in the clue. But now that I've thought of more than one possibility, I'm less confident. Fork-tailed bird. Oh, I don't know. What bird is fork-tailed? I don't know. What would fit in 4 letters? A lark or a nene, which comes up in the crossword all the time? I don't know. Walk on water? Question mark. I'm not sure what that's getting at. There's a pun in there, as the question mark indicates. Hold one's hand. Hold one's hand. And the Y of the code JPY, Japanese yen currency. Feline friend of Tom on Tom and Jerry. I don't know. Feline friend of Tom on Tom and Jerry. I don't know. It's obviously not Jerry. Blank part of a page. Answer something? I don't know. Let me rephrase. I mean to say? Is there any way that works? If that were true, side to side could be ah me or oh me. Ah me sounds, oh me, yeah, you don't say oh me, you say ah me. Sort of a quaint way to sort of bemoan your situation. So fork-tailed bird, I guess it could be the nene. Walk on water. Not sure still. And a fool. Oh, twit, maybe. I think that was in the crossword recently. Ah, right. Okay, no, it's a tern. There we go. A water bird. So fork-tailed bird, tern. Hopefully that's correct. Tabby, maybe? That's a cat. Tabby cat. Let's try it and see if that works. Walk on water. Oh, a beer? A pier? No, that doesn't make any sense. That's not what a beer is. A pier. So tappy? I don't know. I don't know this character. Blank part of a page. Oh, a white space, of course. Don't know why that didn't occur to me earlier. Hold one's hand. Stand pat? Tapsy. I guess this could be oh me if it were topsy. I don't know. Problem is, I'm not going to know this name, and either one of those is potentially plausible. I'll leave it blank for now. If you're not closeted, you're out, in the sense of your sexuality being public knowledge. Pricey, it could be steep price. Supply at a nursery. Pods? I don't know. Rugby competitor. Does this mean a sport that can sort of is a rival to rugby? Don't really know what that's getting at. Supply at a nursery. What did I say? Pods could be pots, I guess, as well. Flower pots. Ends with an S. Either is fine, honestly. No, doesn't matter. There we go. Don't know why that took me as long as it did. In any case, hold one's hand. Stand pat. Why is that the answer? Is it the answer? I think it must be. I think it is. Stand pat. I mean, that's a phrase. Why is it hold one's hand? Does that have some military meaning? Is that sort of standing at ease or something? I don't actually know. Holding your hand behind your back, maybe? Right. So we still don't know if this is tipsy or topsy. I mean, the thing is, me sounds much better here, but Topsy sounds much better to me as a name. It sounds much more plausible than Tapsy. That's a tough cross, because if you don't know this name, this answer is equally plausible either way. I don't know. I suspect it's Topsy, but we'll come back to it. Maybe that will be the last thing we fill in. Supplied a nursery, right? Pots or pods? Rugby compet. Oh! Does it mean Eton, rugby preparatory school? Maybe that's what that's referring to. Name spelled by the first letters of consecutive calendar months. The first letters of consecutive calendar months. Oh, I see, sorry. Jason, July, August, September, October, November. I don't know why that sort of brain went blank on that for some reason. Alternative to Skippy, that's a peanut butter brand. Jif, it's a peanut butter brand. And otherworldly fae in the sense of, sort of fairy-like. And an addict's plaint is I can't stop, maybe? I can't quit, I can't stop. One with crosswords. What is it? Why do I not see what this is? I don't know. They're awfully sorry. And waterline. Waterline. Oh, water main. Pipe. There we go. All right. Some branded coolers are... I don't know. It could be cooler as in a place to keep something cool, or it could be a cooler, the sort of drink. But I'm not sure. They're awfully sorry. And treads lightly. Still could be pads. They're awfully sorry. Old Jewish enclave. Ghetto, that was originally used, I think, to describe Jewish neighborhoods, impoverished Jewish neighborhoods, or kind of like maybe not specifically impoverished, but sort of segregated. Blind piece, maybe not though, because that would be a slat. I think part of a blind over a window. So shtetl, there we go, and that has less of a pejorative connotation. People of Arizona. Hopi, maybe? Are they from Arizona? I'm not sure. Get off on criticizing, perhaps. Love to hate? Something? Once trendy green cocktails. I don't know. Wonder if I'll recognize that when I see it. Suitable for most audiences. TV, PG, I think. That's sort of the second... most gentle rating after G for general audiences. Go get 'em tiger, you could say. Oh, apple teenies? some sort of variant of the martini. I don't actually know what all of the sort of wacky martinis, all of the teeny drinks are. Is it a martini with apple liqueur or something? I don't actually know. Anyway, Key collaborator. Key and Peele. I have to say, Key and Peele is one of the highest hit rate sketch comedy show. I mean, sketch comedy is often so dire. I find it's just so hit or miss. But Key and Peele, almost every single sketch is incredibly good. Treads lightly. It does look like pads. Oh, and they're awfully sorry. You're a sad lot. You're awfully sorry. There we go. That works perfectly well. Okay, great. Give a card to is hit? I don't know. Is this a sort of sports thing, like giving someone a red card or a yellow card? I don't know. Headlocks. Headlocks. Is it locks of hair or is it something else? Demonstration that's not going anywhere. Sit-ins, as opposed to, say, a march. And a bro hugger, perhaps, could be a sis, someone's sister, I guess. Main attractions are... What are some attractions in the state of Maine? I have no idea. Perfectionists take great ones. They take great pains to do things properly. Heckle phone relative. What on earth? What is a heckle phone? I don't think I've ever seen that word before. Ottomans, e.g. Turks, like the Ottoman Empire. Free alternative to Netflix. Tubi sort of rings a bell. Let's see, what about this? Oh, the oboe? Is the heckle phone related to the oboe, perhaps? It looks likely. I'm going to leave this in because it seems plausible. Go for it. Do... some branded coolers. American... Lavatory, informally. Throne room? I actually don't know that I've ever heard that used before. I've heard the porcelain throne to refer to the toilet itself. So I guess throne room sounds perfectly plausible. All right. Let me know if you've heard that one before. I don't think I have. I've heard enough in brief. TMI, too much information. And it's time, you might say. Tracks, so to speak. Makes something? Go for it. Go for it. You do that. I see. You do that. So one with crosswords is a grump. I see. Someone who's sort of generally cross, generally kind of curmudgeonly. Oh, so Yetis and American Elm. Okay, I don't think I thought of Elm. That sounds right. Some branded cooler Yetis. I don't know what that's referring to. Oh, maybe that's a brand. Maybe that is a brand of sort of plastic cooler, perhaps. I don't know, but that would be my guess because of the association with Snow, the abominable snowman. All right, what else can we do? Gave the finger. ID'd, maybe? Gave the finger. This doesn't mean in the sense of giving someone the bird, the sort of making a rude gesture, but rather with this question mark, it's prompting us to read it in a different way. And I think it means gave the finger as in fingered somebody, ratted on them, grasped, spoke, sang to a police officer, perhaps. So what would that be? ID'd or sang or narked or I can't think of anything that fits in 5 letters. Medium talent could be ESP, so the talent of a spirit medium, someone who claims to speak to those beyond the grave, so extrasensory perception. Does that help? Gave the finger. Poked? Oh, maybe it's not what I thought it was, and it's just literally poked someone with your finger. All right, I was on the wrong track entirely, if that's the answer. Foul call. Honk, like a goose honking, maybe? Oh, and if something tracks, it makes sense. That tracks, you could say. That makes sense. Waterline, a hose. Right, okay, of course. Didn't expect to see you here. Oh, hi, you might say. That'll be funny if this ends up being O and we have two-word, 4-letter phrases beginning with O in the crossword. We'll see. Waterline, hose. WhatsApp to say, if you WhatsApped someone, you texted them, you IM'd them, instant messaged. 13X Platinum Pearl Jam album that actually has 11 tracks. honestly, if it weren't for that actually has 11 tracks, I wouldn't have had any idea. But clearly, the answer must be 10, because otherwise, why would the word actually be present here if not contradicting what appears to be a claim in the clue or the answer? So give a card to hit. Okay, that's what I thought it might be. Headlocks could be your mane, right? So it is locks of hair on your head. Big mane, bushy tail. Snack item with green filling. Sorry, just to avoid potential comments tomorrow, I wasn't claiming a mane is a bushy tail. I was referencing that video where the guy mistakes a horse for a butterfly somehow. In any case, snack item with green filling is a mint Oreo, presumably. And main attractions, I guess the Pines of Maine must be famous. So let's see, if I put an O in here, will the puzzle validate? It will. So after all, the feline friend of Tom on Tom and Jerry is indeed Topsy. There we have it. And oh me, which sounds less correct to me than me, but I suppose sometimes you have to make these crosses work. But this is a tough cross, I have to say, because this really could be plausibly either answer. And who on earth knows the feline friend of Tom and Tom and Jerry? I'm sure some of you do. I absolutely did not. And I would suspect plenty of others didn't, but who knows? All right, there we have it. That was a Friday crossword. I thought that was a bit of a workout, although, to be honest, maybe less difficult than I found yesterday's, but that doesn't intrinsically mean anything. It's just how it goes sometimes. Let me know if you found this one more difficult than the Thursday puzzle. It is the Friday puzzle, after all. And there we have it, a collaborative puzzle, including one debut, and a nice, challenging solve. And now, let's see, let's just review a few clues from yesterday's puzzle. We'll keep that tradition going. Spikle explains that A-fib, A-fib, stands for atrial fibrillation, which I think was what I sort of guessed it meant, but that doesn't mean I would have been able to tell you very much about it. But Spikle can, and she says fibrillation means quivering. So in atrial fibrillation, the two upper chambers of the heart are quivering, causing an irregular heartbeat. V-fib is ventricular fibrillation, when the bottom two chambers of the heart are quivering. This is a medical emergency, as the ventricles are no longer pumping blood around the body. This is why the device used in cardiac arrest is called a defibrillator. Oh, that's interesting. It's very good. Contrary to popular belief in medical dramas, a defibrillator cannot typically be used to restart a heart that is not beating at all. That is contrary to how it's demonstrated so incredibly widely on television that it does feel as though it's created a genuine alternate reality that we all sort of live in. Thank you for that explanation. All right, Sanad Al-Khatib explains bachata is pronounced bachata, not whatever I said, which was probably bachata or something. It's a really cool and popular music genre that incorporates so many different music influences from different regions: Spanish guitar, Taino, indigenous music, South African music. It's a reflection of just how diverse Dominican culture is. Tarde de Arrepientes by Luis Farga is worth a listen if you're interested. Thank you very much for that recommendation. I will indeed look that up. And let's see, Matt wrote, so no one actually explained to me the meaning of the word comfit, which I had to look up to myself, but to remind myself to explain that, I'm reading this clue from Matt Rhodes, who said, I found myself looking up the definitions of confit, comfit, and compote. I'm pretty sure I'll never be quite sure which are nuts, which are fruits, and which are spreads. Oh, well. So yes, that reminded me to look up comfit, which C-O-M-F-I-T, which is, in the dictionary I used, it was marked as a sort of quaint expression, and it refers to candied nuts and fruits, comfits, and not pronounced like confit, which is the French term for cooking things at a long, low temperature, usually, I think most traditionally in their own fat, but it doesn't need to be. I mean, you could do garlic confit in olive oil or something. And then, of course, a compote is the spread, a sort of, fruit, kind of a fruit jam, I guess, in a way. All right. Well, that was that. Now you know what a comfit is. And so do I. And Cormpy explains Zayn Malik was one of the members of One Direction and is now making music solo. All right. Thank you for that. So there we go. And those were all of the clues I had from yesterday's puzzle. So thank you to everybody who commented with those. Apologies if I missed any. And I'll be back tomorrow for the Saturday crossword, another themeless crossword that will probably challenge us a bit. So let's look forward to that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Friday. Take care.